Hi, Joe.
Sorry, I had pretzel in my mouth. What's up, Kyle?
Not a whole lot.
Well, that's good.
Oh,
It's Saturday or Sunday. It's Sunday. Fuck, man. WrestleMania day one was yesterday. WrestleMania day two's today.
see that.
Tomorrow
See, I didn't
is the
even know that.
Clips.
I don't know why I thought WrestleMania is like just a day event. Of course, it's going to be more than one day. It's
It used to be a day event,
fucking
and then they made it
right,
two
but
days.
nowadays it's huge. It's a
Yeah.
big deal. But that's why when I saw clips this morning, and you were like, "Oh yeah, we got to do it before WrestleMania," and I saw clips this morning of WrestleMania, I was like, "Is Joe an idiot?
It was just one day. He already watched it. What the fuck? He
He
rewatched it.
watched it."
No,
But
day
no, then I
two.
was like, you know what? I bet it's 2 days.
It is. Yeah. They had 74,000 people there yesterday, and there's gonna be another 74,000 there tonight. That's fucking
That's
crazy.
crazy.
I
So
love it.
we are doing a little throwaway video today, I guess. A little instead of going back talking about our adventures and randomness, catching up, all that. We need some filler. We can't just shoot our load all in one go with our stories. Gotta stretch them out, so to speak. So we're doing a little bit of Am I the Asshole? Which I think I just got us demonetized, but that's okay. I don't think we're monetized to begin with.
A donkey. Am I a donkey?
Am I the donkey? I got a few. I know you got a couple. We'll see what we get through. See if we both agree, if we both disagree.
Yeah, they're
Starting
tough.
with
I mean, they're pretty tough to read through. Like, there's a
sometimes.
lot, and like I think we kind of like are coming in at the late end of this because I feel like the really good "Am I the assholes? Am I the donkeys?" were when it was a first officially a thing. Now we just feel like people are pumping out poop just to pump
Yeah,
out poop. But we
just to
did
just to bump out the.
we weed through a little bit. Or I think we came up with some decent ones. But yeah, it took a long time to find something that I was like, huh, and actually chuckle at.
I usually just chuckle at the titles, and then that gets me like in there to actually read about them. So I actually haven't read any of these.
Before this, Kyle went through all the ones that he picked, and I have read all of them.
So he's already ahead of me.
I,
He's thinking this idiot. Well, except for this one, you didn't see this one, so
yes,
that's
there's one I did not see. There's one I did not see.
we're gonna start with that one. AITA, am I the donkey for suing my girlfriend after she had my 1967 Impala project taken to the scrapyard?
Based off the title, he's not. He's not a donkey at all. Because I'd be pissed. But we
I'd
got to
be
read in. We got to dive in. There could
gotta
be
see
some
gotta see the whole story.
circumstances. They could have lost. They could be losing their house or something, and she
That's
needed the
right.
money.
I'll try to keep this short. I had a 1967 Impala four door that I bought in February 2019. A couple months ago, I bought my first house that had a 2.5 car garage. I moved the car in and started tearing it down for a complete restoration. I had the body in one bay and the chassis in another, plus the whole garage filled with parts. About 2 months ago, my girlfriend came to live with me during this whole crisis, and the whole time has hated that car. So, assuming that this is during the pandemic, she wants to park in the garage, but I have 2 acres of land with a lot of uh, nice places to park under shady trees, or hell, even in the barn if it has to be inside. Well, right, well, why doesn't he just put the project car in the barn? Like, isn't that what
Unless
you
you got
normally
put that shit in the barn.
use the barn for?
How many times
Anyway,
have I seen American Pickers? They're like, we got a barn find.
right? I tell her, tough luck, it's my house, and it's not like I can just throw it back together real quick. Okay, so true. So, I mean, it's all already in pieces. Anyways, I was out of town for a couple days on a business trip for the small local company I work for. When I got back, my girlfriend was all smiles, making me food all the time, doing all the chores, all that. I thought maybe she was just happy to have me home, but then I realized that I didn't see her car in its usual spot. I asked her where she parked so I could make sure I mowed that area and keep it clean, and she said not to worry because she parked in the garage. I asked how, and she told me to go check it out. Turns out that while I was gone, she hired some people to come over and move everything related to that car, including the drivetrain, body, and chassis, and all parts, to take it to the local dump/scrapyard. I was absolutely dumbfounded. I had spent over $11,000 on that car, including new parts, services, and the car itself. I told her that I was going to be taking her to court for that, and she brushed me off like I was being dramatic. I told her that it's done between us and to pack her things and leave. I admit I was really angry, but I did end up getting a lawyer, and as I have all the receipts for all that money spent, and I have her on my house's security camera footage letting the guys in and watching them take it all, I think I can win. Her family and friends are absolutely blowing me up, saying it's just a stupid old piece of junk and that she cannot pay back all that money I spent and that I should just let it go. But I have been putting all my time, effort, and money into that car for a year and a half now, and god damn it if I am not going to get justice for what she did. Am I the asshole?
Fuck no, you're not. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I would be absolutely
infuriated. The
furious.
The fact
I don't think
that she is on camera bringing people in to take it out.
And the worst part of that story, right, is the fact that he comes home from his business trip and she's like doing the laundry, making dinner, like all happy. She probably gave him a couple BJs. Yeah, probably a couple beegers. Maybe she swallowed for the first time ever, like trying to make things like, hey. And he's like, this is great. You missed me. That she's
all
like,
right, I'm gonna go work on my car, babe.
No. It's not there.
Not.
and then to pretend like, oh, you'll be excited to see my car in the garage and yours gone. Like,
what she should have done: hire the people to move it to the fucking barn, and then tell him, "Oh, I sold it," as a prank, and then be like, "Oh no, it's in the barn."
It's just in the barn. It's under the shady tree, the shady apple tree that you made reference to.
You told me to park under. I put your car under.
Like something. Don't throw away the dude's car that he spent $11,000 on. Yeah. Like, we have to have some sort of outlet for our mental stability as dudes. We can't talk to people about shit because it's just taboo and people just don't do it. That could have been his outlet, right? To work on the fucking car. I think he could be upset that day and just go wrench on the car for 2 hours and be like in a peaceful place and very happy. And now this female dog threw it away.
So there is an update though. Went to the police station last night, was told to come back in the morning, just got back and filed an official report against her for grand larceny and grand theft auto.
Oh god, she's going to jail.
I showed them all the receipts I had for the car and the footage of her letting the guys come and take it, as well as the title for the vehicle in my name. They said they'll be in contact with all three parties, me, ex-girlfriend, and junkyard guys, soon, and they will hopefully be able to recover some or all of the car. Just have to wait now. I'm surprised she's getting grand theft auto. I mean, she didn't really steal it. She paid guys to take it.
Yeah, but
I guess, kind of.
If you pay someone to unalive somebody, you still get charged for...
That's true for... Yeah.
Unaliving.
So, and then here's the huge update following that.
To get the car back.
They found my goddamn car.
Hey, let's go.
The junkyard guys apparently were in the middle of hiding it when the police came to ask them.
She probably called him like, hey.
This is the Sopranos?
CSI episode right here. Good Lord.
It was on a forklift, and they were going to put it on top of a pile of cars that was hidden behind more piles of cars. They said it was theirs, and they had the title, but obviously didn't have the title for it, and since they matched the VIN on the chassis and body to the VIN on my title, it was obviously mine. I know at least one person there has been arrested. I think he was in the camera footage I talked about earlier, but I don't know if it was the boss or whomever, or even his specific charge. They also told me they would be looking into this specific junkyard for any other vehicles reported stolen. They said they haven't been able to get in contact with my ex just yet, but they're working on it. I'm just so glad they found my car. Luckily, I made quite an album of pictures detailing me tearing down the car, and so I can use that to prove what parts they had were mine, so I can hopefully get most or all of it back. Police haven't let me take it back home yet, as they say it is evidence or something, so hopefully I can get it back eventually. Thank you all so much for the support and advice. She's gonna be all right. Baby's all right.
Baby's all right. I mean, it's safe to assume this was a supernatural car, right? Like a 67 Impala.
I mean,
that sounds about right. Let me do the quick little Google search here, but I'm almost positive that this guy is probably a supernatural fan.
Well, I mean,
and I would be
an Impala Ford Wars, so the age is
67
about right.
Impala. Yeah, bro. 67 Impala is.
So when I saw that, I was like,
is definitely sure. That's definitely baby right there.
Yeah. And then why he ended it, she's gonna be all right.
Yeah, baby's gonna be all right.
So that's an amazing story.
That is, but now the non-trusting of anybody in my mind, it being specifically a 67 Impala, was that playing to the supernatural fans, like, this is an asshole, or did it really happen?
I mean, I don't know.
It's very plausible. Like that is a very plausible thing. It's not outside the scope of reality of someone just being like fed up with junk, or so they think is junk sitting around, and just getting rid of it while someone's gone. Because I've heard multiple stories over time where someone's like cleaned out a house while someone's on vacation and threw out like, World War II medals from their great grandpas and shit, like just because I thought it was junk. So it's plausible. Definitely plausible.
Well, and I'm looking at it in here, and it looks like the original poster has come back and like responded to some questions. Like,
Yeah, like he didn't just
I don't.
post it
It
and
doesn't.
dip on out.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like he's coming back and just
Yeah, it's
then
definitely
there is a whole bunch of comments about
supernatural.
Supernatural. One comment: she had baby kidnapped. She put baby in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
No, that's definitely a good one, and it kind of. I mean, she's if it is true, she is definitely.
I can feel the
donkey in the
anger coming off
situation.
of Dean/Jensen. If you heard about this,
Like I felt the anger.
yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Put him on speaker. Put him on the speaker. Yeah, true.
Oh, it stops. It stops recording when I go to a phone call. It just counted down again.
Oh,
You're gonna have multiple clips now.
oh.
No,
That's all right.
that's all right.
We'll throw
Well,
in like a little technical difficulty right here.
He doesn't call me though, so I'm not concerned. I'm gonna text him on this phone. But yeah, no, reading the title alone, like I was pissed.
So that was a good one. I feel like that was an actual story. I don't think he was making it up, even though it does seem very implausible. Like it just doesn't seem like someone, girlfriend or otherwise, would be like, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking scrap your car for you because I want to park in the garage."
Yeah, like that's fucking crazy.
So it could be fake. You never know.
The only thing that makes it me like second guess it is the fact that it is baby, right? Like it's a great story, and it would lead an entire army of Supernatural fans to be absolutely furious and be like, "That's an asshole!" Like, just that's the only reason.
Right. I'm seeing if there's like anything. Yeah, all the comments are like from 4 years ago. That's crazy. All right, I think the other one. I know you read the other three that I got. Which ones? I don't think the different language one is going to be that interesting. We'll get rid of that.
Nope. Craig said his son found out that I was a real TikToker and got excited. That's all it's.
How old is he now? He's a year younger than no. How old is
They're like on the same 6-7 years old. Like they're right on par with each other, pretty close. Connor might be a little older, I think. I think they had the children first. Maybe we did. He might be 6. I think they're like right on par with the same age. It's like maybe a couple months. Not like by a couple, I mean like maybe 7 or 8 months apart.
Right. And then Logan's about the same as Ender.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I think we do yours next.
All right, we can do mine. Let me pull it up here. All right, so here we go. This one's a little bit of a longer-winded story, but I'm pretty good at reading things, so it's all right. All right. Am I the donkey for refusing to talk to my boyfriend because he won't stop using the phrase, "Do you want some pee-wingies for the room?" Pee-wingies. That's fucking hilarious. That's what sold me. I was like, pee-wingies.
Yeah, but I think it's just wingies.
Pwingies? Maybe pwingies? Pee-wingies? But the P is capitalized, and then it's wingies.
Yeah, but
so pwingies. Okay, so pwingies. Okay, we'll go with pwingies.
That sounds like, the baby version,
Yeah, pwingies. Oh, you want some pwingies? Yeah, okay. So backstory. Me and my boyfriend were on holiday in Great Britain for a few months, and we were all at an all-inclusive resort, and we were standing in one of the shops in the lobby where you can buy extra snacks and stuff. A very posh. And they were looking around the shop. They went over to where the crisps were, and the boy seemed very interested in the Pringles. The father then asked him on a very cutesy, possible over-the-top for his age voice, "Do you want some Pwingies for the room?" Yes, he called the Pringles Pwingies. Me and my boyfriend found this quite funny. The first few days were fine. We were both joking about it and kept repeating it to one another as if it was funny way to reference Pringles, especially as the man was talking to his son as like he was a baby. So I can just see some old-ass posh British dudes like, "Oh, you want some Pwingies? Oh, you want some Pwingies?" It's like a 12-year-old kid. That's hilarious. That was at the start of their 2-week holiday. He did not stop saying, "Do you want some Pwingies for the room?" For the whole 2 weeks we were on holiday. He would literally say it at least once a minute. He would even torment me by starting a sentence completely unrelated to it, then finishing with, Do you want some Quingies for the room? As sort of some sort of sick punchline. It's now been over 3 months since we've returned, and he still has not stopped saying, do you want some Quingies for the room? It's driving me insane. I've begged him to stop, but he honestly thinks I'm just playing along with his joke. I can't have a serious conversation with him because he always manages to slip in, do you want some Quingies for the room? This is a 5-year-long relationship, and it was absolutely fine up until this point. This is the man I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, but now I don't even want to see him because I'm afraid of when and how he'll say, do you want some Quingies for the room? I am now refusing to talk to him unless he stops. I'm honestly afraid that he will say he's going to stop, but then just carry on. Am I blowing this out of proportion? Am I the donkey?
I feel like this is something you've experienced in your own personal marriage.
This is definitely something I've done that I still do to this day. And now my kids do it, which is even better.
Is it the shy Ronnie?
It is. It's aha! I had a roommate at the time, Craig, my buddy Craig. Kyle knows Craig. And me and him would walk around my house and piss off our significant others on the daily, which was sitting. I would be upstairs, he'd be downstairs, and we'd be like, aha! And then from down below, you just hear, aha! So now when he comes over to my house, my kids go, aha! Or they just randomly go, aha! So like I feel it, but I haven't been left yet. So I'm bipartisan.
I feel like
I'm bipartisan on this one. I think I think he's found too much fun in it. But I've been there. She's an asshole.
I think they're both the asshole. I don't think either one's an asshole. I think the guy though probably should cool it, right? Like
yeah, I mean if she's expressed like, but that's the thing. Has she really been like, hey, this annoys the shit out of me, please stop? That's the question that needs to be asked. Did you really say that? Or are you just annoyed silently, but haven't like actually expressed like a genuine sit down and go, bro, seriously?
Well, I mean,
this is out of control.
She said, I have begged him to stop, but he honestly thinks I'm just playing along with his joke.
Which leads me to believe that, did she really beg him to stop? Or she was just like, stop, that's not funny anymore.
Yeah. But it's one of those things too. If he's every time they talk, that would be like if you just every time Kristen's talking to you,
consider with no, you like it's
instead of saying yes and saying yeah, all right, yeah.
What do you want for dinner? Some Quingies?
You want chicken tacos for dinner?
It
would be like that. If he's doing that, he is 100%
on a consistent basis, 100%. Like, I mean, he might need to. I don't know if I'd call him an asshole, but he might need it.
He might need to find a new.
He's got to find some other punchline to hang on to, bro.
He needs to get on TikTok and.
Not that funny anymore.
Find something else, but still Quingies. I may adopt this if you and me ever go on a road trip again and we're at a hotel. Would you like some Quingies for the hotel room?
Some Quingies?
Some Quingies?
Some Quingies? You want some Pringles? You want a little bit of Quingies for the room? Oh, man.
It sounds so condescending, though, too.
I know. And saying it's like a
12-year-old boy.
Yeah, like he's kind of like upset that he wants Pringles, right? Like that's the snack of choice. He's like, oh baby,
you want some
Pringles? You want some Pringles for the room, little baby? Maybe that's the real asshole.
Some real chips. You're gonna get some kettle cooked.
Yeah, maybe that's the real asshole in the story. Is the posh British guy? He's like, why you want this American shit?
No, we're getting some Monster Mash.
Yeah,
onion flavored.
You want your real Pringies, but you don't want the bangers and mash, okay?
You'll eat your spotted dick and you'll like it. Yeah. I think we figured out.
Yeah, I don't
think
real
asshole's the posh British man.
Yeah, they're both not assholes. It's the British guy that's like tormenting his son because he wants Pringles. That's the real asshole.
Probably should find a new joke.
Definitely got to find a new punchline. Time to switch it up, man. You can only run a joke into the ground for so long.
It's true.
And then you just become the guy that talks about Quingies. I wonder if he does it outside the house too, like to his friends or like his coworkers. So you want some Pringies for the room?
Just probably not. Maybe. I could see it, but probably not. But if he's just doing it like once a minute, like he even says in here, say it at least once a minute. Like, okay, he has Tourette's.
Like, he's got something. It's become a tick.
He's on the spectrum now. Like he heard that line of "Do you want some Quingies?" and it just threw him. Just threw him off the spectrum.
Stuck. Want some Quingies?
What does anyone else say?
Comments? Let's take a look.
This is the most entertaining post I've ever read on this sub.
Yeah, like that one's.
Man, this is from 2 years ago.
I know. Tell him the horse is dead. Stop beating him because it's not funny anymore. Start calling his unit a widow tingy pingy.
Consider 90% of the stories on Reddit fake.
I don't see this one being like. There's no reason to fake this silly thing, right? Like this doesn't. I don't have any reason to believe, like, mainly because I've done this. Not as aggressively, but I've done this and still do
Right.
this.
I've witnessed.
Yeah,
I've
so
witnessed. Shiny
definitely
and Chrome, I have witnessed.
at this point he is disrespecting your feelings. It's crazy that after being together for 5 years it's come to this. However, this might just be a hill to die on. Good luck. I'd get a spray bottle, and every time he says it, every time he pees on the floor, give him a spritz. Time he says pee wings. Pee wings, you want your pee wings? Just spray him. Yeah, I feel like he's definitely beat the horse into the ground, and it's time to find something new. I mean, if he, he may have switched it up now because this was an older one from, like I said, 2 years ago. Now he might be doing the sketch. What's up, brother? Tuesday, special teams, special players, special plays.
I finally saw that. Like I was seeing all the just videos of like people doing that, and then I finally saw the video of
sketching. Him and Jinxie are like the top growing streamers on Twitch this year, and that's all an act, by the way. Like you can find like his old football videos, like he's a monster. But like, and then you'll find videos of him like just acting normal, like while the camera's on, but he doesn't know the camera's on. Like he'll fuck up and say something. But he sounds like
bad?
It is, but people love it. Like I don't. It doesn't.
It's like a Tourette's guy from 10 years ago.
Yeah, like people don't care.
He doesn't have Tourette's.
Yeah, people don't seem to care. It's like kayfabe in wrestling. Like the wrestlers now will talk nice about each other outside the event, and that was like forbidden years ago. And then people don't care. They're like, oh yeah, they're really nice people outside of their job. They just get it. Like it's entertainment. It's a soap opera for adults or children. It's just it's a soap opera on TV that has to do with like physicality and wrestling and storylines. Like they understand that it's not real as far as like their hatred towards each other. The physicality of it's real, but like the storylines and everything, like of them being angry toward each other, or this guy sleeping with this guy's wife, I
guess the difference here, like, is he actually making money off of people thinking he's autistic?
I mean, he might be, but he's said in podcasts that he's not. It's just
right. But then if that's, I mean, he's playing a character now, but that's like the whole character. Like, I get it. Like every once in a while, like he's getting on the game, pretending to be autistic, so that the opponent is like, "Ah, shit, I'm."
Yeah. Well, when I first saw him,
it's a joke, right? But
when I first saw him, I just thought he was pretending to be Donald Trump. The way he talks, it just sounds like a Trump mannerism, right? So I just thought he was pretending to be Trump, like he was just a big Trumper. Then I started watching more. I'm like, no, he's not. He's just, this is his character. But like, I think he's tailored that character off of Donald Trump.
Could be.
Because it just sounds like stuff, special teams, special plays, special players, build the wall. Like it just sounds like something Trump was.
Yeah. But then, like, just all the other ticks, like.
Oh yeah,
and then the the flapping and Me, that I'm like, that's like he's mixing Tourette's guy with pretending to be autistic.
You're right. We all love Tourette's guy.
I mean, hey, if it's funny, it's funny. But the fact that like I'm just seeing it everywhere now and it just doesn't make sense to me anyway. I'm just like,
welcome to the internet.
Cringe. True. The internet is pretty cringe.
If you get a chance, pick up the Baja Blast New Punch. It's delicious.
I feel like I tried a new
There's 2 different flavors. They have them at the Meyer.
Just bring me one tomorrow, unless they're hard.
No, they're not.
Don't bring me
it's
like
just a regular Baja Blast. Well, I got to bring a Happy Dad so I can shotgun it behind the store.
I was supposed to say that on video.
No one knows what store.
That's true. Anyway.
And I'll be off the clock. I'll be going home.
Twingies.
If you want some Twingies for the room now, I'll bring you some Twingies to work tomorrow.
Alright, so this one I thought was funny from the title as well. You've already read it, so you probably have more insight than I do, but I just couldn't get over the title. Am I the asshole for not wanting to pay for my sister's wig after I called her a bald-headed broke bitch. Like, that's just great.
Definitely makes you dive
My
into it.
17 male sister, 18 female, so the 17-year-old, 18-year-old. My sister decided to get a pixie cut. I like a pixie cut on a girl. If they,
Yeah.
I think lighter hair color, shorter hair, darker hair color, longer hair. That's just me. She had for about 2 weeks now, and now she hates it. She came to me and told me that it's embarrassing my hair is longer than hers, and she wants me to shave my head. I told her that I would not shave my head, and that if she doesn't like how her hair is, she should just get a wig instead. She told me that she doesn't have money to buy a wig, and so I told her to ask our parents to get her one, and she told me that she wasn't going to do that because they were the ones who advised her not to cut her hair in the first place, and it will be embarrassing to admit that they were right. She then again asked me to cut my hair, and I told her no. She then got mad at me and told me that no man actually cared about their hair, and if I wanted to be a girl so bad, I should just say that instead. This pissed me off, so I told her that it wasn't my fault she was a bald-headed broke bitch, and if she wanted to get a wig, she should just get a job instead. She was not happy when I called her bald-headed and went to go tell our parents. Our parents got mad at both of us for arguing, and then after they got done yelling at us, my dad told me that he wants me to pay for my sister's wig. He told me that I had to pay for her wig because what I said to her was disrespectful. He said what she said was wrong, but what I said was worse. I told him that I only said that because she kept antagonizing me. He kept insisting that me paying for the wig was going to be my punishment, and he'll think of something for her. I told him that I've been saving my money since I started working. I wasn't going to spend any of it on her. I told my dad if it takes money out of my account, that I wasn't going to speak to him until he puts everything back. Because knowing my sister, she's probably going to try and pick the most expensive one. My parents are upset with me because they said I'm trying to run away from accountability and that they find it unreasonable that I would try and punish them for that. I don't see why they can't pay for it themselves. Well, now.
She cut her hair herself, doesn't like it, and now expects someone to buy her a wig. That's not my problem. It's not my problem.
She wants him to buy her. No, she didn't want him to buy. Oh, wait.
Yeah, they both. She wants him to buy.
There's a lot of cross dialogue with that one.
So essentially, she wants him to buy her a wig, and then her parents are on her side saying, yes, you buy her a wig because you talked down to her about her hair. You're going to buy this wig.
Wait.
But ultimately, if anyone's the asshole, it's the parents.
No, so he told her she should get a wig. She said she doesn't have the money and can't ask her parent. So he has to cut off his hair. He didn't want to do that. So then she essentially called him a femboy, and that, well, if you want to just be a girl, just say that instead if you're not going to cut your hair. Because men don't care about their hair, which I wish I had hair.
I do care about my hair. I mean, I tried to use some Just for Men the other day, and it came out awful, so I had to cut it back down to nothing.
So his parents are telling him to pay for it because he called her a bald-headed broke bitch.
But she's not bald. She's got a pixie cut.
Right. But I think the parents are the assholes here. They're
exactly.
raising the daughter that they're telling the son to be accountable for his actions.
She cut her hair. That's the haircut she wanted.
Not telling her, though.
If you don't like it, that's too bad. You're stuck with it. Hair grows back unless you're unable to grow hair. But if you had hair to begin with and then you cut it, you got hair coming back.
Plot twist. New wig is also a pixie.
It would be hilarious. She just fucked up the pixie cut. She's like, yeah, I went a little too short. What the fucking...
You know what? We'll settle this here. He gets to pick the wig.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
He gets to pick the wig.
Give her that Annie wig.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He gets to pick the wig. If he is buying the wig, he gets to pick it. He should just pick another pixie cut. Just a little bit longer. Be like, here you go.
Yeah. That's what you want in the first place. Godspeed.
I'd be nice and pick a different color, though. Oh, here, you're a brunette. Here's a blonde pixie cut. You can switch between the two like Miley Cyrus. You can have the best of both.
Yeah, I think you just got siblings arguing, which is normal. But I think, yeah, the parents are definitely the asshole in this situation, trying to force him to buy a wig with his money.
Yeah. He needs to come back and be like, fine, I'll do it. Picking the wig.
Yeah.
If she doesn't wear it or she throws it away, she's paying me back. Someone did say something about a brush yarn, be like Raggedy Ann.
It's Little Orphan.
Well, that one was an easy debate. Parents are the assholes, and he should just say he'll buy a wig, and he gets to pick.
Yep. Yeah, that would be
Easy.
it. It was like, yeah, I'm buying
Easy.
you a wig.
Like, all right, I'll buy you a wig. I get to pick. If you don't like it, that's not my problem then, because I bought it for you. You can just be
Yep, I spent my money on this. This
entitled.
is now yours. And yeah, you gotta wear it. Choice is yours. Your shitty haircut or the wig I bought you.
Just the funny thing of her being like, if you just want to be a girl, just say it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Plenty of men have long hair. That it's insane. In
Yeah.
fact, long hair was the standard until the Roman army.
I believe
The
it.
Roman army only did it because of battle. Didn't give their opponent the advantage of something to grab onto. All that time before the Roman army, long hair. Actually, even after the Roman army, because in Japan, they had long hair all the way up basically until World War II.
Yeah, I don't think dudes really care about their hair. Some
Not as
probably
much
do.
as women, for sure.
Some probably do, but yeah.
So, I don't know. Weird situation. Your parents are wrong.
Wrong parents. They are the assholes.
You're 17. You only got a year more. You can get out of there. I'm surprised she's still there. Well, obviously we know why, because she's the angel.
Yeah.
All right. You have any others?
No, I don't have any that I have saved, but I did mention the one about the spaghetti sauce, which I thought was pretty funny, but it wasn't like I don't know. It was just a funny situation, and it wasn't like anything. But this guy has a very picky girlfriend. This is coming from the girlfriend's point of view, obviously. She's very picky with her food, and growing up, her dad used to do spaghetti, and he would take the spaghetti that she wanted because she wasn't a fan of the sauce and like run it through the sink, so she had an essence of tomato sauce. So she just had that little hint of the tomato sauce on there. Come to find out, fast forward a few years, her now boyfriend has, every time he mentions the essence of tomato sauce, he puts the asterisk with his fingers. Like she found out that he was just making her noodles and just putting them in a bowl and just giving them to her. Wasn't putting any tomato sauce on it. Wasn't rinsing anything off. He's like, no, I just make the shit the same way I've always done it. Just give you the noodles.
Here's just some naked noodles.
And she, obviously ended up breaking up with him over that. And she was wondering if she was the asshole. And yeah, you're picky as hell.
I would overwhelmingly say yes.
Just find something you like. Maybe don't make pasta, or just let him make spaghetti.
Maybe don't ask for pasta with the essence of tomato.
Yeah.
Fuck is an essence?
If you
just
cook it,
shake a tomato over the pasta.
Gave her
if she enjoyed it anyway. That actually kind of reminds me of Kristen.
Yeah, but she wouldn't. She doesn't have me rinse anything off for her. We just don't.
No, but it's the pickiness and the fact that I have cooked you guys dinner.
Oh yeah, once she sees what ingredients is in it, she's like, "Whoa!" Like, no, you ate it last week and you liked it.
You loved it last. That was funny. I still find that hilarious because it was my first time cooking for anyone outside of like my dad. It was Swedish meatballs and turkey Swedish meatballs. Turned out fantastic. Beautiful sauce. Pasta was great. It just classic Swedish meatballs. Then the next time I'm over, I'm going to make it again. It was so good last time. Huge dollop of sour cream into the sauce. She's standing right next to me. What are you doing?
What is that?
Why is this has sour cream in it? I can't eat it.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Like what?
I don't like sour cream.
I don't like sour. Okay. All right. Oh.
You got neighbors banging it out over there? What you got going on?
No, my Alexa just turned on.
Huh.
Alexa, stop. Thank you. I don't remember saying Alexa. That was okay. I doubt that it got picked up because
no, I didn't hear it.
So yeah, it's so dialed in. Yeah, no, that it's so funny. I feel like she only eats buffalo chicken.
No, it's gotten better. She eats definitely more than what she used to.
You think it's because she doesn't want Joni to pick up her picky eating?
No. I think she's just trying different things. We've compromised on like pasta now. We just use Italian sausage instead of ground beef.
Wait, she doesn't like ground beef?
No, only in tacos from Taco Bell.
That's oatmeal, not even ground beef. Well, I guess that makes sense then. That's surprising. I swear I've seen her eat a burger before.
No, it's always
Huh.
chicken. Chicken and some buns. Chicken bun burger. Italian
Interesting.
sausage. Really like an Italian sausage patty.
Yeah, they got those now. You can make a little bratwurst patty. So I guess we could do one more. I kind of like. I kind of want to touch on this one because I think it's interesting. And I read a little bit into it, not too much. And I was like, huh, okay. So, and she, I don't know. They already like have a label on this one that everyone sucks. So I'm guessing both people are going to be. Am I the asshole for sending my parents a picture of the biblical Rebecca every time they try to get in touch with me? I'm a 19-year-old woman currently in college. I come from a churchy family, and there was a big fight 2 years ago when I decided to get a septum piercing and a nose ring. My parents thought it was trashy and whorish, and that only awful people get piercings like that and display them for everyone. I'm not really religious, but I've read a lot of the Bible. In one of the fights, I pointed out that the biblical matriarch Rebecca, the wife of Isaac, wore a nose ring. Strictly speaking, it's not 100% textually clear that she did, but when Eliezer gives her one and some bracelets in Genesis 24:22, and a few verses later her brother notices her with the jewelry and the bracelets are explicitly being worn, I think the reading is much more natural that she just put the jewelry on. And if they're really all about me being godly and following the teachings of the Bible, there shouldn't be any problems with me having a nose ring. That did not persuade them, and things have been a bit chilly since then. Although the distance when I went off to university has helped some, still my folks have reached out on several occasions, once every other month or so, and most of the time I'll respond, but usually send back pictures of some sort of image of Rebecca in an icon or something. I've not come home in person since I went off to study. This morning, my uncle called up. I've gotten along better with him than most of my family. And he asked when I was going to stop being childish, and that while I have every right to keep my distance from my family, I should either say I don't want to have much contact and stick to it, or push for a reconciliation. That sending passive aggressive and catty pictures like this was just stirring up trouble for no actual benefit, and that I should stop. I have a lot of respect for my uncle's opinions, and maybe I shouldn't keep this going. On the other hand, my parents make me so steamed about making such a big deal over such a minor thing. They still have never actually admitted they've done anything wrong, just that they're sorry it created a rift between us. Have I pushed this too far? Everybody sucks. I think the uncle's right. It's like you need to decide one or the other. Do you want to stay away from your family because this has just caused a rift, or do you want to still be part of their? You know what I mean? Your mic is dead.
Am I live?
Yeah, there you are.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, you either cut yourself off completely or you accept that they're religious and it's just gonna be the way it is. Like you don't have to hit them with the picture
Like
every time.
I'm in the same boat. I think you and me are very opposite with this. I have no connection with my extended family. I don't talk to any of my aunts and uncles. I do not talk to any of my cousins. Even though there are ones that I genuinely do like, that I think are very nice people, and I would love to hang out with them, but it's just not feasible because of location, and we just don't really talk anyway because we have nothing in common. Would I go to, a barbecue, sit down, have a couple beers with them? Sure. But
Yeah.
outside of that, I really wouldn't. And even then I wouldn't because I know half the conversation, oh, what are you doing? Just very like basic level conversations. What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. But there's going to be no common ground. So there's no like way to extend the conversation. So I'm literally just going to be like, oh, I'm working in retail now. Oh, what store? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's cool. All right. See you later.
Basically.
Oh,
So
big gulps, hey? All right, cool.
but also just the way like they've treated me in the past, and they've just kind of like wasn't for me. And I know like that causes a rift like between me and my dad because he obviously he's big about his family. He's
Yeah.
8 siblings, right? 9 siblings, whatever. But I've had to tell him time and time again, it's like they have treated me so poorly and judged me for my decisions that they are not my family anymore. Which I know has hurt him in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've talked about it on the phone. Like he will start crying, and I'm being like, "Don't cry! Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's their choice as much as it is mine. Like they are the ones that have called me, like a liberal idiot for going and getting a video production degree because that's what I was interested in. And then I would. This is one of the straws. It wasn't the straw that broke the camel's back, but it was one of them. My cousin, who is just, he's a hard worker. He's also an alcoholic, but I digress. I had types on Facebook or something. This is when I had them all on my friend list still, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh man, I don't know what it is about today, but I'm just exhausted. Like, I didn't do anything, but I'm just exhausted for some reason. And then he basically came up and was like, you're not exhausted, you're fucking lazy. I was like, what? And like he went on to a whole tirade of like, oh, you liberal arts degree and you're a lazy piece of crap. I'm like, huh? And then I didn't have any defense from like his sisters didn't say anything, his aunt didn't say anything. And then even my cousins even went after my dad for something he said on Facebook once. And I was like, excuse me? Don't do that. Don't do that, please. Like, do not attack my father, your uncle. Like, have a little respect. Anyway, long story short, when I was still in Arizona and when I have gone to visit my dad, he'll go over to my aunt's and he'll be like, do you want to come? And I'm like, no. I do not. As much as I would love to, the free food, because they usually have like the huge, massive, like buffet of food because it's like 10 people. I'm like, nah, that's just it's an hour drive. I'm just gonna sit there on my phone or read a book and answer some real benign questions like, what are you doing? What are you reading? Are you seeing anybody, buddy? No.
Hey, buddy.
And then the same thing. So like that, like I disconnected with that family completely, like, and I stick to it. Like there's no, I don't ask about them. I don't talk about it. They're just, but then same thing. Me and my dad disagree on so many things politically and whatnot, but I have told him straight up, it's like, we do not agree on this. We will not talk about it anymore. Love you. Let's move on. So you can definitely do that too.
Oh yeah.
Just got to be like, it's my choice. You can think whatever you want.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to, is that person in the Am I the Donkey needs to make a decision.
But you see how I was saying that's different than your situation? Like, you have found new family and you've connected. And you actually have a pretty big family that you're pretty connected to.
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah, we don't talk all the time, but like I don't really despise anybody in my family.
Right, like you guys are all just normal family stuff. Like you haven't been attacked by your family.
No.
A little bit of a difference there, but
I think the post is on point. Everybody is the asshole.
Everyone sucks in this. But at the same time, at least she tried explaining it and tried to be like part of the conversation. She like had a good reason to be like, hey, listen. Yeah. This biblical figure has a nose ring. But then going and kind of poking the beast whenever they try to contact her, just sending them an image of.
Yeah, every time, like, oh, here, remember this lady? It's me.
Hey, look, she's got one too. I'm not a whore. Anyway, I think that one was still pretty interesting. I mean, yeah, these are always fun to just kind of come in and see, like, what are they talking about? What are other people's problems in the world? All right, I think that's it for us. I think
filler episode of Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, we've just discovered a few assholes. We have debated over a few assholes.
Now it's time for WrestleMania Night 2 in an hour and a half.
There you go. See, I told you you'd make it.
I'd make it to WrestleMania. I just gotta find something to dinner.
WrestleMania. But okay, yeah, no, that was fun. Next time, I think we should talk about me moving up here, like, because we've already talked about how we met.
Yeah.
Well, no, we could talk about the gaming.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's decided. We're either gonna talk about our little gaming extravaganza, or we're gonna talk about how I moved to Michigan from Arizona and those little side adventures.
Sounds good.
All right, Joe. Take it easy. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be there. The eclipse, baby.
Ooh, the eclipse.
The world is ending.
Now you guys know when this was this was recorded.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they would know in WrestleMania.
All right. See ya.
Deuces.